Hey, what's up, y'all? And well, today in in this video, we're gonna do something a little different here. Yes, this is about giving an asterisk to every um national champion in the college football playoff era. So this will be, starting, with 2014, so just, coming up with like, the different ways that college football fans have used to, try to, diminish a team's, national championship, try to, you know, make it to where to where it doesn't mean as much, or that it was controversial in some kind of way. Whereas because you can maybe point to a team's schedule, or maybe injuries to another team's players, or maybe some sort of embarrassing loss that they had, not winning their conference, stuff like that. Not saying that none of these teams deserve to win the national championship, not saying that they weren't the best team. But anyways, here we go. So I guess 2014 will start out. 2014, Ohio State. Now, they did have a really embarrassing loss. They lost to a 500 Virginia Tech team that went 7-6. So, but anyway, so that obviously was a really bad loss to that particular Virginia Tech team. And then taking a look at next, we got 2015 Alabama. Now it was hard to come up with anything for this one. I don't remember there being any sort of controversy with Alabama's 2015 title. I don't know if there was any sort of bad officiating, any bad calls by the officials that gave Alabama that natty game. If you do remember anything like that, you can let me know in the comments. I guess all I can think of was, if they didn't have, Nick Saban, the greatest football coach of all time, if they didn't have Derrick Henry. But, I guess I can say this, that they got embarrassed by Ole Miss, that they were getting blown out. They were down like 3 or 4 touchdowns. They did come back to make it close at the end, but anyway, so now 2016, Clemson, and they played in the ACC. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, the ACC was actually a pretty good conference in 2016. Yeah, they weren't bad. They really weren't bad in 2016. But I will say that that there was sort of a controversy with the officiating in that 2016 national championship on Clemson's game-winning touchdown drive, with the Trevor Lawrence to Hunter Renfrow for the game-winning touchdown. Of course, I do remember how Alabama fans, cried, because they said that there was a pick play, should have been offensive pass interference. Anyways, now moving on, about 2017, Alabama. Now, of course, this Alabama team, that didn't win the SEC, didn't even win their division, and backed their way into the playoffs. Of course, after losing to Auburn to end the regular season, their arch rival. So anyway, so then getting to skip the SEC championship altogether and still go to the playoffs. That they got in because Ohio State got blown out by Iowa, wasn't it? Anyway, so now 2018 Clemson. Now this time I am going to say, Clemson's schedule and the weakness of the ACC. I mean the ACC was just hot garbage in 2018 and 2019. 2020. You remember how there was such that huge, gap between Clemson and the rest of the ACC. We've never seen, a team be, that much better than the rest of their conference. So yeah, just a easy schedule for Clemson. Really, Syracuse was like the only good team they played in the regular season. And then and then of course you played a 7-5 Pitt in the ACC championship. Okay, so now we on to 2019 LSU again, just like 2015 Alabama. It was hard to really find anything that you could point to. The closest thing you could point to is their defense. Well, it did have its struggles early on, but they got better as the season went on. You can point to how you almost lost to 7-5 Texas. But anyway, having close games, it's not necessarily such a terrible thing. But then they got to the postseason, the SEC championship and the playoffs, and were just blowing everyone out. So I guess you could say that you only won because you had Joe Burrow, right, who you brought in from the transfer portal in the previous season, and the only one because how Ed Orgeron hired Joe Brady, and that's the only reason You know why they won. So basically, they only won the Natty because they had such a stacked team. Anyways, now 2020, Alabama. Now, of course, this was the COVID year. Yeah, so the COVID championship. No one really takes that seriously. Because it was a weird year. Where there was you had these shortened schedules. No non-conference games. You had a bunch of games. Getting postponed or canceled. There's no spring practice, so none of that. Early enrollment, or they moved to online classes. No in-person recruiting. All of these. Restrictions on, practices, not knowing if we were going to even have a season. So, yeah. Anyway, so now, you had all of these, players opting out of the season. So, yeah. Anyway, now to have a 2021 Georgia. Now, of course, it's the fact that yes, we did lose. We got blown out by Alabama in the SEC championship, so we didn't win the SEC. Lost the SEC championship and still got into the playoffs. And then, of course, Alabama's injuries to wide receivers like first John Mechie, and then in the SEC title game, and then Jameson Williams blew out his knee in the national title game. So a lot of people say that well, Alabama would have won if Jameson Williams hadn't got hurt. Anyways, now about 2022 Georgia. Of course, just absolutely obliterated TCU. 65-7 in the Natty game. Everyone was like, oh, TCU never should have been there. They never had a chance. Never should have been in the playoffs. Even though they beat Michigan in the first round. Anyway, so and of course also looking at the Peach Bowl against Ohio State. Marvin Harrison's concussion at the end of the third quarter, and then Noah Ruggles, missed what should have been a game-winning field goal. Anyway, and then of course 2023 Michigan, and of course you already know, but it's got to be the cheating, the sign stealing, with Connor Stallions. Those sign stealing where either he was either going to the games, or sending, giving other people tickets, to go to the games, and record the team's sidelines. So doing this for like, sending them around like the games of, either their opponents or teams that they could potentially play in the playoffs. There's even, Connor Stallions, went in disguise as a Central Michigan assistant coach, and he was like wearing like those spy glasses to like record the Michigan State sideline, and then of course Tennessee fans, who accused South Carolina of stealing their signs that they allegedly bought the Tennessee signs from Connor Stallions, and Tennessee fans say that's why they got their ass whooped by South Carolina in 2022. Now I don't really buy into to that part of it. But yeah, basically they were, doing the sign stealing 2021, 2022, and 2023 up until they got caught. And then, of course, after winning the national championship, Harbaugh fled to the NFL to escape any potential punishments from the NCAA. And of course, the NCAA still hasn't done anything to Michigan. No bowl ban, no roster reductions, nothing. I mean, it takes years for the NCAA to do anything. Anyway, and of course, 2024, Ohio State lost 2 games. Lost to 5-loss Michigan. Michigan just owns Ryan Day for whatever reason. And, they wouldn't have gotten in under the 14 playoff. The only reason why Ohio State got a chance to play for the Natty was because they expanded the playoffs to 12 teams. I guess you can say the same thing about 2014 Ohio State, because they were the 4 seed. You can say that Ohio State only got to play for the national championship because they started the whole playoff thing. But anyways, that is going to be it. It's all the CFP champions. So anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all again next time.